Hello everyone! In today's video, we're gonna solve question 7. It's a two-pointer and a sliding window question. We should remember the two-pointer, sliding window, permutation and combination are like a set, because in that way, you can find easier solutions among them or replace each other. If you want to know more about two-pointer and sliding window, please have a look at the video I attached it here. We're gonna use permutations and combinations this time. First, we need to import itertools and make a list with A, B, and C. In case of permutations, there is a sequence. So there's AB, AC, BC, and so on. But AB and BA are different. However, combinations do not consider any sequence. So basically, AC and CA are the same. Now let's make permutations. We need to write itertools permutations and the list we made and the length. It prints out like this, so we'll make it a list. As you can see, it outputs A and B and A at the same time. But it is not the case for combinations. When it comes to combinations, there will be only AB because AB and BA are the same for them. It would be really tough to solve this type of questions with for loop. So I recommend you guys to approach like this. If I change here to 3, it'll print like this. I'll comment this out for now. On the contrary, combinations do not consider sequence. So I'll make a combination here. There are less results than we saw in permutations. A and B and A were treated differently before, but they are treated the same. That's why B and A were not printed out this time. You can add the length you want as well here, like this. And I'll leave it out a comment. Then let's get into the question. Here I got a Julie weight list of 4, 9, 11, and 2, and weight of a mining cart 6. The output is 0 and 3. As soon as you see, you'll probably find out sum of the two numbers in index 0 and 3 should be equal to the weight of a mining cart 6. The same goes for the second case. 2 plus 2 is 4, so the output should be the index of each, 0 and 1. And when you look at the third one, 10 plus 93 equals to 103. So I'm getting an index 2 and 4. And here it says there is only one correct answer, and the indexes that are printed out in the result should be returned in ascending order. So let's get right on it. I'll just grab this data and use combinations because 4 plus 9 and 9 plus 4 should be treated the same. And then we can see the list of combinations. Then I'm gonna give a filter here with lambda. When x comes in, I'll find where the sum of x equals to value of 6 from the combinations we got. And we're gonna make this a list. There's 4 and 2. It's quite simple when we use filter. Here's a function and iterables. And you're going to put 1 by 1 to here and find out if the sum of two elements equals to 6. Since there's only one answer, we'll get one answer from this combination. First, we need to import itertools again and define a solution. And we're gonna return the sorted result. I'm gonna copy the combination code, and here would be the data in the 0 index. And I'll make it a list. And this part would be an answer. But this should be changed into data in the first index. And the combinations we made should be here. If I just return the data here, we can see data is given in the form like this. So we're gonna grab this and execute the solution with this data. And here we got 4 and 2. But we should get an index, not just a value. So to figure out the index, we need to go inside data 0, index 4, the first element we found in the result, and the second element in the result here. And it says 4 and 2 are not in list because there was a triple in a list, so we should add 0 in a square bracket to get the first one. And here it says expected 1 argument but got 2. And we should make it a list here inside of sorted. Then we got a right index 0 and 3. So before I submit this solution, I'm gonna import itertools first and paste this code. And we can see we failed on the second test case. The answer should be 0 and 1, but we returned 0 and 0. If I see the given data, it is 2 and 2. So the problem is when 2 is found here in data, it is just looking for the first one and skip the second one. That's why we got 0 and 0. We need to find the second one, so what should we do now? To find the next one, I'll make an if statement. If these two have the same index, I'm gonna search for the second element and set a starting point. We can find it after this value. So I'll copy this and set it as a starting point in a second argument in index. And we should plus 1 to find it from the next index. So the premise here is the indexes are the same, and we're looking for the first element and the second one from the next value of the first element. This might be confusing, so let me show you an example. Here's the list. If I find the index of 5, it'll give us 4. But to find this 5, I'll specify the starting point like 6. Then it returns the index of second 5. It means searching an index from the 6th index. But you don't need to have this, because you have to find another index anyway. So I'm gonna remove if statement and this part, and I'll make it a variable to make it clean. This part is gonna be called first index, and this part would be second index. I think it looks so much better now. So I'll submit this code. We can see we all passed the test cases. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave us the comments below.